Good evening, truck lovers! Coming to you live from Madison Square Gardens, Dave and Rhino!
Dang, Dave, we've upgraded, huh? All of a sudden, we got a Madison Square Garden arena.
The news travels fast.
I like it. I like it.
Gets around.
Well, guys, welcome back to another episode of Non-Truck Guy Rates Trucks. Our non-truck guy, Dave. Everybody. That was the wrong one. I was looking for the applause.
It's been like this all day.
I was looking for the applause. Hold on. All right, there we go, everybody. Dave. Welcome back, Dave. Welcome back, Dave. Now, we did miss last week, which we do apologize for that. Dave was out of town, and, we couldn't do it without Dave. So as an oath to my brotherhood to Dave, we decided that, we're not going to do it. So... That being said,
thanks for having me back, man. It's good to be back.
Anytime. Well, yeah. You got us this venue at Madison Square Garden. How'd you get the set here, man? It's nice.
Well, so word travels fast, dog. It's 2019, fair. Internet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, as always, we thank you guys for sending your trucks in. We thank you guys for, enjoying the Non-Truck Guy Does Truck Reviews videos. Therefore, we're going to keep them going as long as you guys want to keep sending trucks in. That being said, please send them to my email, which is in the description. Do not send them to me on Instagram, as they just kind of get lost in a bunch of messages and it's hard to transfer over. Email is perfect. Send in high quality pictures of cool stuff. And we're just going to jump right on into this. We're improving with everyone, so we're trying to go a little faster on the reviews. But, I want to give Dave his minute because Dave has some weird crap to say sometimes. So we just let him roll with it. Dave, what do you think about this truck, buddy?
Dude, 7. We're going with the strong 7. It's got like an El Camino sort of feel to it.
I feel like you owned an S10 at one point in your life.
I did. 89. White LX version, with the extended back there. It was nice, dude.
Hey, what'd you do back there?
Oh, what didn't I do in the back of that 89 S10?
I'd be more impressed if you could fit in the back of the 89 S10.
That's it's been a minute since I've had that truck, but not only could I, but so do the ladies I enjoyed back then.
Hey-o. Yeah. Hey-o. All right, well, we're looking at this one. This one, clearly this guy's got some, he sent us in some cool pictures, man. I gotta give him credit to the editing.
You know what I'm saying about the El Camino feel?
Yeah, it does. It definitely has that old school street rod El Camino kind of thing.
We gonna paint the snout, or are we gonna leave it like that?
It's it looks like it's a little primered. That's the one thing that drives me nuts about trucks like this. You've clearly put time and effort and money into it, but I have a feeling that hood hasn't been painted for a long time. Like that little extra paint touch would just make this thing donezo, But I think it's cool, man. I'm not a big fan of that style of that style of S10. Now you got me thinking it's an El Camino. That style of S10, but I definitely I think this guy made it about as cool as you can make those look.
Is that a spoiler on the back there with his tail lights being rounded like an old caddy?
If you're gonna be drag racing, you need to keep yourself down on the ground with that spoiler. Yeah.
All right, man. You think this is a racing truck? Is that what the SS is about?
I think it's definitely going for that look with the Cal induction hood there. It's definitely a drag look to it. Does he race it? I don't know, but
exactly how does that snout work? Because if I were air, I wouldn't be going in that snout.
Yeah,
at all,
I feel like it's like a clearance thing. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
Maybe.
All right.
Regardless, Dave, 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 7. It gets lower the more I look at it, so let's move on.
Okay. All right, Dave, next up, we're going to switch to something a little bit newer. We've got here it's hard to tell what year it is, but I'd say a 2016 or a little bit newer GMC. What do you think about this bad boy?
Looks pretty classy, which I think is hard to pull off in the rental car silver is what I call that.
What's funny is, to me, I would never own a vehicle in that type of silver, because if you ever go on a vehicle lot, and this is not to insult this guy, because clearly this is it's cool. 4x4 Z71. He didn't get the stripped down model. But if you ever go on a lot and you want to see the row of all the stripped down models, they're always in that silver. And to me, it's the cheapest color on the road looks wise. And I would never own it. Now Ford, Toyota has out this really nice dark gray. I do like that, but the metallic-ish silver, for some reason. That's funny. I've never heard it called rental car silver, but that's a good name for it. But anyways, Dave, what do you think? Looks like he's got some gunmetal gray on the wheels there to kind of tie in with the silver.
Well, here's the problem. If we started with the El Camino being a 7,
okay,
then this guy needs to outperform. So I need to revise my El Camino SS.
It was an S10, but okay.
You know what I mean?
Did you know Taco is short for Tacoma?
Where's our sponsorship?
Oh, jeez. No, they didn't pay us. Hold on. We're not. No more free sponsorships. Hold on. Gotta turn this around. Dave drinks cola.
I thought we could put the link down low, and then we could make like the half cent off of every Coca-Cola sold.
You would
worldwide.
think. Yeah, we haven't brokered that deal yet. All right. So, anyways, go ahead, Dave.
So if the S10 double S, which I think is a really cool start, especially with what's going on with your taillights back there, and
right.
I'm a sucker for the snout.
Right.
However, I get it. You're not quite done with it, so I need to get that one down to a 5 7/8, and then put this one back up as our 7.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good for this one.
Well, why would this one not be clearly like?
It's a clean truck. I'm going to say it's
truck.
a nice looking truck. I'm just going off based on like amount of work done to it. There's a lot more work done to your SS S Camino over there versus this one. This one's wheels and tires, probably a leveling kit, and that's honestly all I'm seeing.
See, you see these. Once again, we have all these silver knobs.
Right.
Around the wheels. I don't there they are again.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Like it's almost a little bit of a played out wheel. I like that he went with the gun metal though, to kind of tie in with the silver versus just going with the all black wheel, which is kind of what most people do.
All right.
So I give him some points there.
All right, fair.
All right. We sticking with the 7?
Yep.
Dave, I feel like this is probably gonna be one of the most lowered trucks we're gonna see in a video, but
that's pretty low.
What do you think about this classy? I'm guessing C10.
So, well, I think it's an interesting question because this, to me, is a lowrider. Mm-hmm. Now, when we take a look at the work for it machine in the parking lot, now that one also has airbags.
Yep.
But there's a difference in your truck and this truck.
I don't know if this one has bags. It might. This is a clean. There's a little weirdness going on with that lower body line I was looking at. But clearly he's in Vegas. Because he's in front of whatever that Ferris wheel's called. I forget what it's called. I, too, have taken a picture in that parking lot of my truck in front of that Ferris wheel. Nice spot. Beautiful picture, by the way. I think it's a nice truck. It's not exactly my style, but I also don't hate it. Like, if that thing was fast, I think it'd be a pretty cool truck. Huh. I like tying into, like, that older school brown that some of the trucks had back in the day. I like when people repaint them that color. Wheels are pretty big. Once again, not exactly my style, but I was just at a truck show the other day, and I saw some pretty cool lower trucks.
I mean, it's a classic Chevy, right? See?
Yeah, it's well, that's just what they called it before, Silverado. It was C10, C20, C30. That meant two-wheel drive. K10, K20, K30 meant four-wheel drive.
Wow.
I got to stop educating you, man. And then these reviews aren't going to work.
Well, I mean, it's working so far.
All right. Well, what do you rate this truck, Dave?
I mean, it's pretty good. It's tough to compete with the fine craftsmanship of our GMC factories. Though. Okay. So I'm gonna have to go with the 6.
A 6, huh? Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. We've got us another truck here. You know what? I got an idea.
What's that, dog?
I got an idea. I think we ought to bring in a guest judge. This has never before been done on this show in all 2 episodes that we've done.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
What?
We'll take one call, and it'll be caller number 9.
Okay, we'll take caller number 9.
And we'll see. The phone number will be
555
1-800-822-8228.
And the show's not live, but let's see if anybody calls, Dave.
I mean, I will say, if coming from a nightclub construction world, when I see the rainbow LED lights,
it reminds you of a certain type of nightclub. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Let me take this call here.
Well, here, I'll take the call.
Wrong. That's not the call. I got to answer it on here and put it onto there. Go ahead, Dave.
Caller number 9, you're on the air live with Dave and Rhino. Go ahead.
Yes. Is this work for a podcast?
No, this is Non-Truck Guy Does Truck Reviews.
Oh, God dang it! I'm sorry. I must have called the wrong number.
Well, I mean, I think it's still. We're glad you are number 9.
You're honestly our They don't want to tell you this. You're our only caller, which means you win a guest appearance in the studio. Come on down. Where are we at? Madison Square Garden. Can you be down to Madison Square Garden in about 3 seconds?
I can.
All right, we'll see you then. All right, think he's actually going to come down?
Well, of course, man. I mean, a chance to hang out with us for a minute.
Good, yeah. I'm curious. I'm curious as to what he's got to say about this.
Well, I'll be damned.
Hey, come on over, buddy. Come join us. Have you met Chris?
Ladies
Dave?
and gentlemen.
Chris?
Tiny?
Hey, nice to meet you, buddy.
Nice to meet you.
Squeeze on in there. Squeeze on in. If we all right.
Can we get you a Coke or a foot rub?
Hey, whoa. Cola. They're not paying us yet. Hold on. Can we get you? Oh, here. He wants. All right. Hey, Chris. Welcome to Non-Truck Guy Does Truck Reviews, man. It's good to have you.
Thanks.
So we're in the middle of reviewing this here truck, and I was just curious. I'd like to get a little bit of your input as well as Dave's. Dave's really into the rainbow wheel lights.
Well, I was just saying that coming from a nightclub construction sort of world, that the rainbow colored LEDs are typically played out, but I kind of like what they're doing right here.
What do you think, Chris? Are you a rainbow LED guy?
I'm not. I don't like the lights and the rims.
You're not.
Not my style.
Not your style. Okay.
Not my style. That's
fine.
I think they're doing well off of the chrome there myself.
All right. What do you think about what is? I'm guessing that's like a 6.0. Your dad used to own one of those. Lemon lawed that bad boy, right?
Yep.
That was a mistake. What do you think about the wheels?
The wheels are nice. What are those?
I don't know. They almost look a little like moto metalish. I don't think they are though.
Yeah. I think they look clean on the truck. Seems like there's a lot of chrome going around the truck on the front bumper and the grill.
What do you think about his headlights? I mean, they look a little like not even Anzo, like kind of early days of Anzo, like kind of eBay-ish. What do you think?
I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan?
I'm not a fan.
All right. Well, overall, Chris, what would you rate this truck?
I'm gonna have to go with a 6.
A 6? Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Dave, what about you, buddy?
I'd probably go higher than that because I think it's a ballsy move to put the rainbow on and I think the lights can probably be any color they want to be.
Right.
And on the chrome wheel like that, I think it's a good play with the.
It's a nice shine coming off of there.
Off of that. So,
right.
And I think it's again, I'd prefer to be in this over the C.
C10 or whatever it was.
Over the C10, so I'd have to go.
Has he got rock lights on that thing?
He does have rock lights on that thing. White rock lights. I don't. They might be RGB. They might be color changing as well. It's hard to tell, but I think it's a clean look for an older truck.
I'd go with the 7.25 on this.
7.25. That's pretty high.
A little tall. Yeah, it's pretty masculine. I like it.
It's got rainbow lights, Dave.
They're not. It's not a full rainbow. It's not like it's not the Pride rainbow. It's like
Hey, whatever floats your boat, Dave.
Really, dog? We got how many trucks?
All right, Dave.
In your computer, and you flag this one?
All right, here we go, Dave. Here we go.
Really?
What? Look, he did the little squiggle on the license plate. I appreciate that. What really prompted me to pick this man's truck is
pray tell.
Hold on.
How much did he pay you?
He paid me exactly, depending on when he bought this decal.
I see. $9.84.
$9 plus shipping is how much he paid me to get on here.
That's
hey, listen,
pretty good. That looks a lot better when it's clean.
I have no shame in admitting that if you have a work for it decal on your truck, you're definitely much more considered in terms of what we're going to review. So,
anybody experience any time loss?
I don't know, man. Something just flew over. That's pretty big.
When?
Does
Feel like it just
it
happened
feel like it
2
just
seconds
happened
ago?
2 seconds ago?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Wait, wrong one. It was you. Oh. All right, Dave. What do you think about this Ram truck here?
Fist bump 5.
All right, fist bump 5. What are you thinking? The black on white, kind of.
It's classy. I like it quite a
right.
bit. I think. I mean, does it have a lift kit?
No. He just looks leveled, man. That is a leveled truck. But here again though, Dave, we tie into your wheels with the bolts around the edges there. That's kind of a. I hate to say it, but it's kind of getting played out a little bit.
Nothing says mediocre like chrome bolts around your wheel.
Sorry, Chris.
Is that on your truck as well?
Well, Chris's are more beadlock simulated, whereas this is just like a look. I mean, I think that's kind of the look they're going for. Chris's pulls off the look a little better, but Chris, what do you think about this thing?
It's a clean looking truck. I think I'd color
He just washed it.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
I think he should color match the bumpers, and
Really take it to that next level?
Yeah, take it to the next level.
A little closer to the microphone, Chris.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Hello?
Hi. Hello, why? Go ahead.
6.5.
Okay, 6.5. Dave, fist bump 5. You still holding true to that?
Yeah, I mean, I like the truck. Fist bump, you know.
All right. Up next, we got a pretty good looking truck here. I gotta say, this is more, you're going to see in the wheel here, kind of the difference we were just talking about with Chris's wheel versus that wheel. This is more of an off-road simulated beadlock look, whereas the other one, like, they kind of went for that look, but kind of missed the mark.
So what do you mean with the beadlock? What
a beadlock is you see those bolts around the wheel, right? So basically when you mount a tire, right, like your bead goes in on the backside of the wheel.
All right.
Now, if you're off-road racing and you get a flat, you don't want that tire to come off.
You don't just want to rely on glue.
Right. It was not even glue. It's just tension.
Yeah. Okay,
so basically,
okay.
what a beadlock does is you're actually, like, those bolts would be real, and you're actually bolting that tire, pinching it. That way, if you have a flat tire when you're off-road racing, you keep going, and that tire's not coming off until you shred it off. So, you know, you don't want to be stranded without it. Illegal on the road for road use. That's why there's a lot of simulated looks. I don't understand why. To me, it's smarter and safer.
Tears up the roads?
No, has nothing. I don't know. Like, nobody's going to be driving on their flat tire for 20 miles, but whatever. Regardless, they're illegal on the road, not DOT approved. But that being said, what do you think about this truck, Dave?
You know, I'm kind of happy to see the Colorado because being a fan of the taco, that's truck speak for Tacoma.
Oh, nice.
I knew that.
Dang.
You knew that?
I knew that.
I bet Tiny would have told me. You know, like right when.
Well, he wasn't on the
happened.
podcast that day. Okay.
Well, at least he called in today. So it's kind of good to see. I've noticed that the Colorados are catching my eye. You know, getting a little. I've noticed a little wandering eye for the Colorado.
I will say, they're a nice looking truck, and especially lifted. Chevy did a good job with them. They're not cheap though, and for the price of one of these, especially this one's diesel as well.
It is?
Yeah, this is like, if I were to ever, like, to me, you own a Colorado for a couple of reasons. Not because you couldn't afford a 1500, because like they're the same price as a 1500. But like you have some type of space constraint, or you like smaller vehicles. You know, if you live in an area with a small garage or a small parking spot, or you have to go into a parking garage, I could see like that being the reason. Or if you want a trail rig that's smaller to where you can fit on smaller trails. But to me, price wise, like a diesel Colorado like this one is priced the same. Like you can get a 1500, which would be more of a full size truck for the same price, if not cheaper, depending on the time of year that you're trying to buy. Well,
what's the like? Are there concerns about fuel efficiency or
probably? I guess that could be another one. Especially, well, if you're buying the diesel, you're getting the epic fuel efficiency that you're going to get over the gas version, while still retaining power. You can tell. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't tell anything too big with it. Chris, what do you think about this truck?
Well, now that I heard it was a diesel.
Oh, you're back in. You're back in.
I love the idea of them putting a diesel in this truck.
Right.
So what was your like when you? Because I've been looking at the Colorados and I've asked myself, man, I wonder what those truck dudes think about that cool little truck. Like, because I caught myself liking it. And I was like, I wonder if that's cool or not. And now it sounds, Tiny, like you were like, Colorado. Pff. And then it was, and then you were like, oh, wait, Colorado diesel. Well, like, what's your number again?
I haven't gave the number yet.
No, I mean, like you're asking, you know. Like now, suddenly the Colorado's cool.
Like now she's a hot girl. You want her number.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll be here to translate Dave all day.
I think it's a good looking truck. I like the red. I like how they have the red.
Oh, jeez, guys! Whoa, alarm! Unprofessional. All right, go ahead.
I like that there's color matched mirrors. The rims and tires, they look good on the truck.
I like what he did with the grill too.
Yeah, there's some red on the grill.
There's some color matching going on in the grill too.
Yeah, it looks clean. I'm gonna have to give this one. An 8.2.
8.2.
Is there another picture of the grill in our pack?
There is.
Wait, yeah.
Sorry, guys. I didn't. Sorry, this amateur hour over here. There might even be like 3 pictures. 4 pictures.
Wait, hold on. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Okay.
Go back down.
You want to go this one?
Wait.
Or you want this one? Dave wants to see the grill. Dave, here's the grill, buddy.
You reckon that's like tail light material behind the Chevrolet grill? You know what I'm saying?
No. I think he actually had somebody get in there, mask it, and paint it.
Looks like it.
Yeah, I think that was masked and painted. I gotta say, dude, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this truck. I like what he did with it. It looks really sleek, being that everything's red and color matched. I will say, and it may or may not work. I'd have to see it both ways. I like that. First of all, I like that it's kind of got a little bit of the pre-runner look with it, with the wheels and tire setup that he chose, and the black on the red. I like red.
It's a reference to the taco.
Kind of, not really, but pre-runner is more of like it's an option. Like they named it the pre-runner package or whatever, but it started as like an off-road vehicle. Like that's a pre-runner.
And then Toyota came in and like took it as like
what year, Dave?
Is this?
No, what year did
Taco
you're all educated on Tacomas here.
I'd probably say 2002.
He's probably not that far off. But yeah, I like what he did with it. I would be curious to see what this looks like with the full-size GM tow mirrors on it. I've seen a couple of Colorados lifted. I actually ran into a diesel one the other day at Best Buy. And if I was better at approaching people, I would have asked that man if we could film that truck. But like, I get all shy and embarrassed when I'm by myself. So I didn't approach him and ask him. But
just call us, dude.
All right, fair. Yeah. But it did look really cool with the full-size tow mirrors. Now, if you're going more pre-runner-ish, I could see this being a better look. But I'd be curious as to what this thing would look like with some color-matched tow mirrors, like obviously like me and Chris have on our truck. That maybe Dave should put on his van as well. But we'll see one day. But I'm a big fan. This is a beautiful truck.
I'm going to go with 8 1/5.
Okay. What is that in decimals?
0.2.
Nice. All right, guys. We don't have a whole lot of Rangers on here, but let's finalize this little truck review segment here with a Ranger, and I'll see if Dave notices anything done to this Ranger.
It's got like a blocker in front of the axle.
It's got something weird going on with the steering. I will admit that. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I mean, maybe I don't know.
I think it's a blocker so that when you go through a dip or you hit something, it doesn't run into your...
I don't think that. Chris, do you think that's what it is?
Sure.
Well, what do you think it is?
I'm going to go with the blocker.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get...
What kind of blocker? What do we call that?
Stainless blocker. Regardless, Dave, what do you think about this truck? You've owned a couple Rangers, haven't you?
3
Rangers.
Yeah, I've had 3 Rangers. And
all right.
The one thing I can say about Ranger, now none of them were as cool as this Ranger, obviously. Mm-hmm. They all did have, well, no, not all of them had the extended cab, but the back end on a Ranger is it's worse than the blind spot on my van. Like really? It surprises me
like that back corner?
It's legal.
Okay.
Like on an off ramp.
Is that why you always see Rangers that are all beat up and damaged?
I have to say that they all 3 were consistently like.
You also kind of don't care about your vehicles, Dave.
Well, I mean, okay, so none of mine had like a rear sport suspension on them, but I'm thinking nor does 90% of the Rangers.
Well, I'm just saying in terms of like taking care of your vehicle. When's the last time you washed that van?
Before it rained.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Chris, what do you think about this Ranger? Are you a Ranger guy? I know many people in your family have owned some Danger Rangers and bent frames on them and done some stupid stuff with them.
You know why they call them Danger Rangers?
Why do they call them Danger Rangers?
Because the back end sucks.
Is this the first time you ever heard Danger Ranger?
Yeah.
Oh, well, now it makes sense.
Yeah, is this like a taco thing where everybody knows that the back end of a Ranger sucks?
No, I feel like they call it Danger Ranger in the same reason that like anytime you see a crazy like somebody driving stupid and crashing, it's always a Mustang like on the social media world. And I feel like anytime somebody owns a truck that they're doing something really stupid with, it's a Ranger. I don't know if it's just because they were so cheap back in the day, so people don't care to beat them up or whatever. But I don't know. Chris, what do you think about this thing?
Yeah, not a fan.
You're not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
Is it because it's a Ranger, or is it?
You know, I like Rangers when they're all like full long travel, roll cage. They look good.
Okay.
When they just put some big old tires on it and that's whatever size lift that is, not a fan. However,
this one's got
my cousin did have a single cab with a spindle lift.
Right.
That thing handled.
It's a ride. I drove it. I remember driving it back in the day. I mean, that thing's been jumped.
Did you almost flip that one?
No, I only almost flipped your Toyota that you owned back in the day. What was it, a T100 or no? It was just when they were
just the SR5 1990 SR5.
Yeah, we decided to go do some off-road drifting one day or one night, and
don't let Ryan drive
we were coming a little hot into a corner while I was driving, and there was a big berm on the side, and we tagged the berm, and like all of a sudden Chris is in the passenger seat, and I'm looking up at Chris above me as we're like slowly going over, and I think at that time it was best that Chris was on that side and I weighed like 30 pounds less, because that little weight difference was enough to like get us to come back down to all four wheels. But Chris didn't let me to continue to off-road after that. Sorry, buddy. And then all of a sudden, like, he blew the truck up later, right? Didn't you kill that thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same spot.
Oh, nice. Had to go back for redemption?
Yep.
All right, fair.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
4, okay. Dave, what about you? I gotta say, he's running Toyo Open Countries. Like, he didn't cheap out on the tire. I like that fact.
We got any other pictures of this one?
This is all we got.
All right.
I don't know what he's doing with the front axle setup there, but like I'm seeing either painted or powder coated diff cover. It looks like spindles or painted.
You know, I've always thought myself like, hey, if you've got what is that, the differential or the transmission box right there? What is that?
That's a diff cover.
A diff cover?
Yeah.
You got your diff cover out there. It's always seemed vulnerable to me.
So you would put like a big bar in front of it.
I mean, I
don't think that's what that is. But I'm not. Hey, listen, I could be completely wrong on whatever setup he's got. I've just never seen it.
And then I think Chris can talk more trash on account of his truck is way better than my sweet van. So
it depends on who you ask.
I mean,
I'd have to go.
You got a pretty sweet van, Dave.
Thanks, man.
I'd give your van a solid 7-9.
It's just professional grade. It is.
GMC.
I'd have to go with the fist bump 5 on this guy.
Fist bump 5? Okay.
Measure, yeah.
I will say, if he replaced the headlights with something a little cleaner and sleeker, got rid of all that amber, and just started to like color match a little bit more, I like the painted black grille. I think like a couple little more things to this truck. You know, it's not a bad
trailer
truck.
mirrors, white trailer mirrors.
Well, no, it's a little much on the smaller trucks like this. Like the Rangers, people tend to put like some overly goofy mirrors on sometimes just because they can.
How many kangaroos have you shot?
Not enough.
I don't worry.
Not enough.
Your opinion on trailer mirrors is like nothing. Like
Dave, did you know there's elk 16. In Kentucky?
I did.
You just found that out.
I've learned a lot from judging trucks,
right?
Dude. Yeah.
All right. Regardless, I'm gonna assume this might be this guy's first truck, being it's a Ranger. You know, he didn't cheap out on the tires, which a lot of people cheap out on. Toyos aren't cheap. He was able to fit some pretty large tires in that truck with a pretty small lift. You know, I think he did a decent job. If that's his first truck, you know, he kept it clean, he kept it classy. He didn't go like, you know, half front lift kit, rear stock, giant fender flares that stick out past the tires, weight like too much, and it like just looks unfinished. Like this thing looks pretty finished.
So man, hang on. I got a problem with the axle blocker.
Oh, now we don't like it.
Now,
Uh-oh.
Here's why. Because it's connected to the two wheels. So
you thinking that axle blocker has something to do with steering now?
Well, I'm saying it's not going to make a very good diff blocker.
Okay.
Because if you know, like if you're running over a bunch of elk because you're driving around in Kentucky.
Yep. Well, there's only one type of elk, so you got to get like the right county.
Okay. So let's say you're running over a bunch of elk. Any county, take your choice.
Okay.
Covington, okay?
Okay.
Then you're going to bend that, which is going to affect your steering if it's attached to the two fronts. So it's not.
Did we drop a score?
Nah, it's still way sweeter than my van. Fist bump 5.
Fist bump 5. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, with that, we're on a short delay today. I know this video still might be like a 40-minute video, but regardless, we need to wrap this up. As always, thank you, Dave, for being in here. Thank our guest judge, Chris, as well. If you guys would like to see Chris in more of these videos, let us know. I think his back can handle. Maybe if we get enough views on this video and like Coca-Cola sponsors us, we might be able to afford to get Chris a chair. And then we'll really like be a studio. You know what I'm saying?
Coke, if you're listening, I need an oil change.
All right, there you go. Perfect. So as always, thank you guys so much. If you want to send in your truck, once again, my email will be in the description. Send your trucks in, high quality pictures. Send us something different. Send us something unique. Work for it decals also help. You know, workforitapparel.com. Make sure you check that out.
More than one picture.
More than one picture is cool as well. Send us some different angles. Sometimes they only send us like their tailgate section, and it's not really enough for us to talk about. So make sure you send us some cool stuff when we're here to judge it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please click the subscribe button now. That way you do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, aka
that would be a thumbs up.
Thank you. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you got to be willing to
work for it.
Damn.
You guys are the best. Catch you in the next video. Dave, would you like to take that away again?
Yeah. Don't forget.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.